Hey everybody. So this is Saturday and I just wanted to make a quick little live video. I thought I'd go outside to do it. So on Thursday I made up my mustache. I used these two little tight rollers or small rollers to make these tight curls. So I just wanted to share with everybody what I did was after I put the dry oil, or after I put the beard balm, excuse me, let me back up. After I put the beard oil in, while the mustache was slightly damp, I then took my dry oil beard balm, which is this Kenya Handlebar animated coffee aroma dry oil beard balm. So it's a leave-in conditioner. And the cool thing I really like about this dry oil beard balm is it has a little bit of beeswax in it. So when you put it in and it starts to dry a little bit, it kind of helps control those flyaway hairs. So for those of you just joining, this is the mustache from Thursday. Yesterday I got outside, I was doing things inside. I started watching Star Wars Clones. Next thing I know, it was like 5:30 at night. I'm like, I'm not gonna shower. And I'm outside right now getting ready to take care of the chickens. But I wanted to show that with these type of rollers, if you roll it in there nice and kind of tight, let it dry when it's wet, that it can hold for a little while. And I've slept on it twice. So basically what I do is I take it and I roll it from underneath, and I do that for about an hour. And then when that's done, I pull it out like this. I put the roller on top, roll it out, roll it back in, and then I turn it and I hold that for about 20 minutes. So that was, this mustache was Thursday. So the three types of ways that I brush my mustache when it's done, because when you back roll, it'll be like this. When you front roll, it has a tendency to lean forward. So how do you kind of correct that? What season of Clone Wars? Right now, I'm in season 4 out of the 7. I've already watched Star Wars Rebels, and I love The Mandalorian, so I'm trying to go back, watch the Star Wars Clone Wars, so I can kind of piece together parts that should make more sense watching Mandalorian now. Looks better after a day. Well, this is no wax at all. So this is beard oil, and this is dry oil beard balm. So it gives it more of that natural feel, plus it keeps it healthy. So the 3 ways that I brush my mustache is I will go from underneath and I will roll it. And what that does is that has a tendency to pull the mustache backwards, but it also fans it out. And you can tilt it and see how it kind of fans it out that way and pulls the mustache back. And then I can put it on top and roll it, and this should bring it forward. But you see how those hairs kind of align outward instead of going back like that. So I would have to take it and bend it kind of like that. So what I've been doing with this mustache is I'll just take it and just kind of brush it back towards my ear. And that kind of fans it out. And I got a few straggler hairs in there, but that's kind of what it does. So I wanted to share that with you. If you put big rollers on, what I have found is it makes for a nice open curl, but the curl or the tip of the curl doesn't seem to hold as long. So when I use my smaller rollers and I roll it in there tight, and one of the things, I don't know if I've shared this before, but as I have it rolled up, right, during that hour that I'm doing the back roll, I'll pull it and I'll try to keep that tension. My buddy, Mr. Stash Rolls out of the UK, he sells his rollers, and they're about half this length. And that way you can kind of just put it in this way. He's got a couple of videos where he puts wax in and then he rolls it up again for a little bit, and it helps pull it into that curl, and then he kind of goes through and shape it. So check out his Instagram page. He should have a link for his YouTube videos. But yeah, while I've got it rolled, I have a tendency to pull it. It's when you have a little bit of stubble through here, it'll cause this to kind of stick, which is nice. But since I've done just the mustache solo, that it starts to unravel a little bit. And these are kind of old. I've used them quite a lot. They're not as grippy anymore. I might do the big rollers today just to show how it makes a more impressive open-ended curl, but it doesn't hold as long. Yeah, I'm missing the beard on cold days, but you know, I saw so many people with beards out there. I wanted something to stick out. You don't see many people rocking just a big mustache if they're not doing, you know, a giant English mustache. And for me, I had a really long mustache. So at month 13, I took off about 1.5 inches off of each end. And what I wanted is I wanted it to remain thicker through here. And then at month 20, when I took the beard off, I took 3 inches off of the mustache. It was long. I mean, it was like out to here, but most of it was really, really thin. And I wanted to be able to do a mustache like this. So once again, for those just joining, these are the rollers I used on Thursday. So this is Thursday's mustache. After beard oil, I used a dry oil beard balm. This is Can You Handlebar Animated, which is a coffee scented. And if I can open it, I mean, that's what it looks like there. Great little consistency. And then I rub that through. I put a little bit out on the ends. The key for me, what I have found works for me, is the mustache has got to be a little damp, not super wet. And then you got to roll it. And as you roll it, you know, get it in there tight. So I'll show again for those just joining. Back roll, okay? That's where you take the mustache, put the roller underneath, and roll it back. And then what I do is I turn it and I hold it in there. And during that hour, I'll keep pulling it and I'll keep pushing the hairs. Then you take it out, and that typically will force the mustache backwards. Then what I'll do is I'll take it out. I will straighten it out again. Sometimes I'll comb it. And then I will then put it on top, and then I'll roll it back like this and roll it in. And you can see the photos, it's a little bit different. When you do that, it has a tendency to pull the mustache forward. So when that's done, you can brush it. My 3 methods are brushing it from underneath and rolling it. Has a tendency to fan the hair out and pull it this way. And you can see where those hairs fan. So I might have to align the hairs to bring it in. The other method is to top brush it, just like the curlers, and this will bring it forward. But you can see how it kind of opens those up like this. And so I would have to pull the hairs around to try to match the two. What I've been doing lately is after doing that and it dries a little bit, I'll just take the brush and go back towards my ear, which kind of is a combination of the two. It fans it out a little bit, but I can just push it around. So I just wanted to make this quick little video. For those of you out there trying rollers, Mr. Stache Rollers has mustache size rollers. He has a lot of videos showing how he does it. I call him the master of it because he's the one I got the idea of using rollers. My rollers I just bought from Target, and they come in various sizes. I found that when you roll with a smaller one, tighter, let it air dry, I do for about an hour, that I found it holds pretty tight. So once again, this is Thursday's mustache. This works really good in dry environments. If you go out and it's really humid or it's really, really rainy, and it gets damp, it'll start to sag and fall apart. So anyways, hey, what's going on from Boston? And then I saw one in there from Brazil. Thank you guys for jumping in here. I just wanted to make this quick little video, share that before I go in and get my shower after taking care of the chickens, and you know, maybe doing something a little different today. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a wonderfully bearded day. All right.